Question 5. A special interest group has conducted a survey concerning a ban on handguns. Note, a rifle is a gun, but it is not a handgun. The survey yields the following results for the 1,000 households that responded. So we have 259 own a handgun, 435 own a rifle, 491 supported the ban on handguns, 136 own both a handgun and a rifle, 206 own a rifle but no a handgun and do not support the ban on handguns, 70 own a handgun and support the ban on handguns, 52 own both a handgun and a rifle and also support the ban on handguns. So the questions here is how many of the survey households only own a handgun and do not support the ban on handguns? Okay, at first it seems that we need something else to organize the data and identify the answer of this. The second question is do not own a gun and support the ban on handguns, and do not own a gun and do not support the ban on handguns. So here if we see these 52 own both a handgun and a rifle and also support the ban on handguns, is giving us the key to start this Venn diagram, because that value goes here. Okay, so this is already used. Now I'm going to use this 70 own a handgun and support the ban on handguns. So that 70 is this intersection, no sorry, is the intersection here, own a handgun and support the ban on handguns. So we have to find this value here. So that is following this operation. 70 is the value that I don't know plus 52, so the answer is 18. So I have that here. Now let me follow with this value. 206 own a rifle but no a handgun and do not support the ban on handguns. So that is easy. That value goes here. Is only for a rifle. Okay? Now I'm going to take this 136 own both a handgun and a rifle. That is the intersection between these two sets. So I'm going to make this equation, this is the operation, and then the answer is 84. Here we go. Okay? Now the next value that I have here is 481 supported the ban on handguns. Okay? And that is this space, but I have two unknown values, that is this one and this one, so I cannot continue with this one. I'm going to skip using this one and I will come back to that, and let's see if I can get another value before I go with this one. So now I'm going with this 435 that own a rifle, and if I see I have only unknown values, that is this one, so I can use this value, and that is gonna be with this equation. 435 is this value plus this value plus this value plus the value that I don't know, so I can make this operation to get that 93 is the value there. Okay, and then I can continue. So now I'm going to use this well, I'm going to focus on the value that is with the support and ban guns, and that is using this one. So 491 supported the ban on handguns, so that is gonna be the addition of this plus this plus this plus this, and altogether is 491. So I make this operation to get that 328 is the value that is here, that is only supports the ban on handguns, but they do not have a handgun also a rifle. So now I can take this 259 to complete the Venn diagram, well, to almost complete the Venn diagram, and that is own a handgun. So we see here this set, and we can calculate this unknown value. So the equation is gonna be the value that I don't know plus 84 plus 82 plus 18, and then I make this operation to get that value that is missing is 105. Okay, so finally here is gonna be important that we get the value that is outside these three sets, and that is using this operation. So it's 1000 households in this survey, and I'm going to make the addition of all these values plus a value that is going to be outside, and that gives us this operation to get that is 114. Okay, and you will see why that value is important. Sometimes it's better to make it, sometimes maybe it's not necessary. Okay, so now I can go to the questions and then how many of the survey households only own a handgun and do not support the ban on handguns? So only own a handgun. So if we see, must be this one, because this is having only a handgun, no rifle, and not supporting the ban. So that is the answer for this one, 145 households. And then the second question is, do not own a gun and support the ban on handguns. So it's giving us that they do not have a handgun, and also they do not have a rifle but support the ban on handguns, and that is this number. Okay, so that is the answer for 328 households. And finally, do not own a gun and do not support the ban on handguns. So that means that it's not in these sets, and that is the value here, that is 114. And that's all for this question.